Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. Today we're going to take a look at a figure that for the time being is the only representation of this character in North America. None other than Transformers Prime Legion Class Breakdown. For one reason or another, the Voyager figure is only available in Japan, and it's several repaints. Well, I shouldn't say several, only two. That and Swerve. We will maybe be getting a Voyager version of the Silas version of the mold, which will be slightly retooled, but for the time being, if you don't want to pay the internet markup on a figure that is out of stock in a lot of places, this guy is your only way. Here's the front of the packaging. Here's the back with the photoshopped image of Breakdown and a removable bio card on the side. Not sure if I mentioned this when I reviewed the other Legion class figures, but always have been a big fan of the smaller scale Transformers. Maybe that's because when I was little and with my allowance, that's really all I could buy on a regular basis, or it's just something there that grabs me. Because, I mean, these really are cool figures. But enough of my yammering. Let's get on and take a look at the figure. And here's Breakdown. We'll be starting off the review in vehicle mode because that's just what I happen to have him in. Let's take a quick look at his weapon, which I've had in a little humorous pose there just to show the different ports and what have you that this figure has. The weapon looks a lot like what the Viacon weapon would in the cartoon, but this is also very close to the animation model's shoulder cannon. I think we only saw it once or twice. The most recent time was in the episode where it was Silas's Breakdown. Peg in the back, which you just saw me using to peg it upright, so you can use it as like a melee weapon of sorts. Peg in the bottom where he can grip it or post it in normally. And two holes in the side, which is a feature of many of the Legion class figures, that you can combine their weapons and come up with some unique novelties. Let's look at the figure proper. He is a blue armored truck, as has been seen in the cartoon. Very close resemblance to the animation model. I'm actually quite impressed. And I do like this shade of blue. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera, but it does have a very slight metallic sheen to it. This is something I didn't notice until I had it in hand, and probably won't be something you'll notice until you have it in hand. But yeah, it does roll. You know, nice little small vehicle. Like I said, I've always liked the smaller Transformers. I don't know why. This goes back to G1 and then to the Cybertron line, where they first introduced the Legend class figures. Well, let's start with transformation. First, what you're going to do is come in the front here and split it open. You're just going to fold the sides out just a touch. What you want to go ahead and do then, you don't have to, but I do, is fold the side panels up. Now, one thing I want to mention is you'll notice here that these inner parts are on a ball joint. When transforming it back to vehicle mode, you have to fool around with the joint a little to make sure it's lined up properly, because these hinged parts peg inward in this side of the shell. It's not like it's a peg and post, it's just like a notch and a slight indent. I'm not sure if it was really intentional, but that's how it works. It's very odd to me. But anyway, the next step, you're going to come in and fold the figure basically inside out. That, and let me adjust him slightly. that you're just turning it all inside out. And in doing so, you flip down the legs, flip up the chest where the head is connected. You can then come back, finish folding those side panels back, and then on that ball joint, swiveling the arms forward. So it's back, and then swivel the arms forward. Finally, split the legs, and you have Breakdown in his robot mode. Let's come in and take a look at some of the details. Right off the bat, you should be noticing that great animated face. Yellow eyes, red faceplate, with a touch of silver on his head. Purple Decepticon logo, and hints of silver in the shoulders and down his, well, what could be considered his chest. There's you have black for the joints and connectors. Really is a nice looking figure, especially considering this is the only way we're going to be getting Breakdown in North America right now. The arms can swivel on that ball joint, as well as bend back and forth on that hinge elbow. So basically has gorilla arms. Coming down, the next point of articulation is in his hips. Legs can go forward, back, out to the side. He has like a reverse knee bend. Do you catch that? That's about it. I mean, but Legion class figures really aren't meant to be overly articulated in that regard. They're just supposed to be simple, fun transformations of the figure. Let's zoom back out and I'll give you my final thoughts on this guy. I've gone ahead and put Breakdown's weapon in his hands. It can also be paid into the same holes that were at the top of the truck that are now at the side. This is a fun figure. I'm very glad I picked him up. I got him off of Amazon, had some gift cards. Paid a little more than I probably should have, but definitely you should not do that. He's only really worth about the retail price, but again, this is the only way we're getting Breakdown for now. There is a repaint into an Autobot named Tailgate that should be coming in the next wave. So this guy, or Tailgate, definitely pick him up. It's your old pal Chuck. For Breakdown, I'll see you next time.